What is going on in here, man? Jesus Christ. I'm just trying to sleep. What is going on? What? What are you doing? What is this? Yeah, I recently found out that my dog is unfortunately an Onision fan, so we have decided to take the easy step of sending him to jail. Are you sorry for committing your crimes?
I don't think we're going to make it out of here alive.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. He managed to escape. But yeah, hello my beautiful dumplings. Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a bloody brilliant day. But yes, Onision, the cast man of Mordor himself. I mean, maybe that's a bit unfair on Sauron, to be fair. Like, who's worse, Onision or the Dark Lord of Mordor? Let me know in the comments section. I've recently discovered that a documentary has actually been released in good old America about Onision. I was actually asked to be a part of this documentary, and I simply said no. I am far too gorgeous for that. But in the other realm of YouTube, I also discovered that Onision has actually started a commentary channel.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I mean, like we didn't need any further proof that commentary channels should just stay away from kids.
YouTube's always been a mysterious place. It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Okay, so this is Penguinz0 with one earpiece. You know, so he looks super edgy, doesn't want to look dorky with the headphones on. Not that the beard and hair does that already.
Yes, this is a series Onision has recently created and started making videos about called Reality Check. It is basically a series of where Onision critiques other creators, and yes, we have gone full circle, and it is only the beginning of 2021, and I also do find it extremely ironic that this series is titled Reality Check, because if there's one thing Onision has never done, let's have a reality check. I mean, the guy's one of the most washed up creators on YouTube, and I guess these are a way of him mocking exposed videos made on him by him, I guess, trying to expose other creators that have made videos on Onision, and that starts us off with Critical, Moist Critical, whatever you want to call him. Personally, I just know him as the guy who's Jesus Christ if Jesus discovered what YouTube is.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
But before we take a look at this video of where Onision dubs Critical as a bully, a thief, and basically a puppet of YouTube, I would just like to ask you guys to do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. I know this is annoying, and I am just trying to hit 700,000 subs by the end of the month, and what better way to do it than off an Onision video? This guy is basically crying about commentary channels in this video, so I think it would be pretty brilliant if that got me to 700,000 subscribers. So if you want to sub, that would be magnificent. But without further ado, let's take a look at this absolute trash fire.
Hey you guys, I'm Penguinz0, and I just want to say, I talk through my nose and always sound like I'm on something.
But this is your god. This is the person you've chosen to be successful on YouTube. This guy right here, Kmart Jesus.
Now, not surprisingly, Onision seems very salty that a creator who pretty much does come from his era of 2011 and 2013, Critical, is much more successful, still relevant, and actually doing extremely well on social media in comparison to Onision, whose channel is, how I would describe it as, deeper in the mud than my own granddad.
Today I was lucky enough to actually talk to the head of the entire department. I am happy to say he's a human being, at least as far as I could tell. He didn't have any like Android malfunctions or glitches going on where he just starts spewing out like binary code or anything. Like, he seemed like a normal, nice guy, actually.
Wow, looks like they converted him into a pro YouTube love boy. Congratulations, your leader has fallen.
Guys, I talk to YouTube and they're actually really cool people. I really like YouTube. YouTube's great.
The only way to get answers from the policy team or anyone at YouTube to make a big hoopla on Twitter. Why is that the only avenue creators can take to get answers from the platform?
Bro, creators can't get answers from YouTube on the platform. You can get answers because you can talk to the camera for 17 minutes, barely putting any effort into your video, and get 1.4 million views.
I personally really enjoy this trope that a lot of washed up creators like Onision seem to do, of where they pretend that YouTube is this evil, supernatural being that's just ruining everything, and all the creators that are nice about YouTube are, I guess, they are like the mouth of Sauron for YouTube. But the reality is, I have spoken to some people at YouTube, and they are actually quite nice, and he seems to be upset that Critical, a popular YouTuber, has spoken to the company that he basically works for.
Wow, looks like they converted him into a pro YouTube love boy. Congratulations, your leader has fallen.
Hey guys, shock horror. Most of the people at YouTube are just regular human beings working a 9-to-5. You can have your issues with, I guess, Susan and how the company's run, and I don't necessarily agree with most of the decisions that YouTube do, but at the end of the day, the people that I know at YouTube are actually really nice people. I may not agree with them on everything, and I can sometimes see that, yes, they do prioritize a lot of friendlier content creators, a lot more child-friendly content, and I do have to ask the creators that question that of, why are you shocked that a company that needs to make money panders to creators who are ad-friendly? If I'm an advertiser, I'm not going to want my ads placed on Onision videos. I'm going to want my ads placed on, I don't know, Dreams videos.
You tried to do the FBI, didn't work! You tried to do the police, didn't work! So instead, you resort to the paycheck. And you got it!
Ah, yes. Ad-friendly content. Now, do I necessarily agree with all of the decisions that YouTube do? No.
Yeah.
And I will continue to call them out on that, but I'm not going to dehumanize the people that work for them and pretend that they're not regular human beings. I'm not going to do that. Do I think that they're these supernatural evil overlords? No. I just think in some cases they've got their priorities wrong. Who cares if they speak to Critical? If anything, that's a good thing that they're speaking to a fairly edgy content creator. Why is that such an issue? It's also weird to me because later on in this video, Onision then goes on to bootlick copyright companies, despite being anti-YouTube, anti-big company. It's very contradictory, and I will get onto that in the future part of this video. And then there was the whole thing Onision said about, you know, Critical not putting any effort into his content.
Because you can talk to the camera for 17 minutes, barely putting any effort into your video, and get 1.4 million views.
Gregory, you are so trapped in the year that you were last relevant in. I mean, when was you're so trapped in 2003, Greg. Just calm down. This is your content. Nobody cares about it. It doesn't necessarily mean the content itself is bad, but I mean, in my opinion, it does kind of suck, but content is subjective. People don't watch your videos for the quality levels of your videos. They don't watch your videos because they believe that you are an asshole. The universal or Onision opinion is that you are a bellend. There are so many reasons for people to believe that, and you know, I haven't got the time to, you know, go through every single one, but I would recommend watching these Right Opinion videos. They're very detailed and basically explain everything to a great level. But to summarize it quickly, Critical still gets millions of views because he is a nice guy that people like. They don't see him as this crazy loser like yourself. You don't get views anymore because people just don't like you. But then Gregory then tries to continue this trope of basically calling Critical some master puppet of YouTube. It's really crazy. I feel like Onision has really got the tinfoil hat on this video.
Talk about that white t-shirt privilege.
And the policy head also recognized that as a disaster too. He wasn't sugarcoating anything. He was able to recognize shortcomings, admit to mistakes, and offer solutions and ask for, you know, feedback, what we thought on some of the things that they need to work on.
Guys, did I mention how much I'm now the puppet of YouTube? YouTube now controls my mind. I make hundreds of thousands of dollars off YouTube, and so I'm trying to basically be the guy that tells you it's all okay, so you stop being mad at YouTube. I may as well have a YouTube logo on my...
Gregory, are you going to cry? You sound like you are on the verge of... Man, if you need to take a minute, just take a break, because I feel like you need to get some tissues, mama guy. You sound like you're gonna cry, and I'm not worried for you, but just maybe wipe the tears before you record the video. Now, Gregory tries to bolster his own point by basically saying that in the past, YouTube have asked Gregory to stop making multiple videos a week on Shane Dawson. Now, if you didn't know, Onision has a renowned history for making a series of videos on creators such as Shane Dawson and Pewdiepie, where he pretty much suggests and accuses them of serious felonies. And now I know a lot of you guys do not like Shane Dawson, and I do just have to say that all of these accusations that he was making and all of these horrible things he was saying was before, you know, all of the James Charles stuff, before everything came out, and all these videos did, in my opinion, come under harassment. And in the past, you know, Gregory has actually apologized for these videos.
Shane Dawson, if I'm wrong about you, I'm sorry. If I'm right about you, I don't know. But if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. And I should accept that.
Now, Gregory's terrible harassment-based content stretches further than Shane Dawson. As I said, it goes into people like Pewdiepie and even Eugenia Cooney, and it's strange to me because he seems to be so confused to why YouTube took down his videos, but he just doesn't seem very confident about the things he's saying.
Because I don't want to waste police's time with false accusations.
Now, obviously, a lot has come out about Shane Dawson since the time that these videos were made. You know, all of the James Charles situation. There's a lot of scandals have happened with the guy in the last few months, but at the end of the day, YouTube aren't just doing this to Onision. In the past, they have asked Keemstar and H3H3 to stop beefing. It doesn't just apply to you, Onision. It's not this big theory that, oh, YouTube are trying to censor me. It's literally, they have seen your channel. All of the content you have put on your channel is not really safe for work. And Gregory has a self-admitted history of bullying.
First of all, Billy, I'm sorry that I publicly humiliated you. We went through repeated bad breakups, and I always told the truth. But the problem is sometimes people don't need to know the truth. And I went above and beyond to try and use the truth against you to make you feel small, to make you feel embarrassed, and that was disgraceful on my part.
But it's weird because in this new recent video on Cr1tikal, he complains about bullying on YouTube.
I just love that like bullying and hate videos are acceptable. That's one of the greatest ironies on YouTube. And the YouTube CEO literally talked to this guy knowing he goes around bullying smaller channels all the time. And they're like, yeah, you're good people. Let's talk to you.
So what do you want, buddy? Do you want YouTube to take down videos or do you not want them to take down videos? I am just confused to your opinion. I'm not. I'm merely joking here. I know for a fact that Gregory is a grifter. He only survives by grifting, and that is just the Onision way, and I think that is why he's throwing a fit in these videos. He has seen Cr1tikal, who was from the old era of YouTube, just like Gregory himself, is doing great. He's doing really well for himself, and Onision's just a big old crybaby.
The edge controversial content. That's it. And Penguinz is the new Shane Dawson.
Yeah, let's never say that again. Thank you very much.
For her PR.
Does this guy not know that every single video he makes gets over 1 million views? So if she sucks up to a really popular YouTuber, guess what happens? She gets someone campaigning for her. CEOs don't like bad PR.
Guys, YouTube said a lot of nice things to me because I make them millions of dollars. So, like, why do you guys not like them? I'm a millionaire and you're not. And they petitioned me and not you. So that's why you should agree with me. And that's why you should love YouTube like I do now.
I feel like this is the worst exposed video I've ever seen on YouTube, and that takes the biscuit really, because there are some terrible exposed videos out there. But then again, is it that surprising? Because it seems that every avenue that Onision tries to explore usually ends up being a catastrophic failure. Music, awful. Let's never do that again. And in this video on Cr1tikal, Onision basically admits to failing at music.
When you search for Onision right here, you got a few songs. Wow, really so successful, Jesus.
And then even moving on to books, yeah, let's not go there much. I mean, come on, let's be real. Nobody's buying this. Lonely Man's, no. No, I don't think failure really covers what this was. And then commentary videos. Yeah, I think after this commentary video from Onision, it's probably time to ban them. The fact of the matter is, Onision, you are just extremely washed up. You are a 40-year-old man, I'm pretty sure. You're like 50 at this point. You've got kids, and you spend the rest of your adult livelihood harassing Eugenia Cooney and making awful content. And then we move on to Onision's wonderful takes about DMCA claims of where he basically just bootlicks the big music corporations out there, which again is extremely confusing to me because this is a guy who's complaining that YouTube try and I guess look after their website, but then he bootlicks another big corporation. So he hates corporations, but he bootlicks corporations, but then he complains that YouTube aren't censoring people. It's weird.
I can't. This is so frustrating to watch. The DMCA protects people's assets, their digital assets. If someone makes a song, you literally can't use more than like maybe 10 seconds of their content. Otherwise, you could get DMCA. Now you're bound to see something like this, right? This video is no longer available, copyright claim, or in the case of a lot of people, they just monetize your video. So you don't get a strike. The ads that run on it partially contribute or fully contribute to them. Because of course you stole their content, you didn't get a license.
Now I believe this issue stretches way further than Onision. I am always extremely confused to why people are so valiantly defending DMCA for taking down so many streamers' content, so many YouTubers' content. If you didn't know, if you play like even a second of a music artist's song, your stuff will be taken down. For example, if Dream or Tommy in it did a stream and they played music, they would have to take down their stream VOD because it would get copyright claimed. And it's hilarious to me because it's not even like that the music artists exactly benefit from this. They do not take much money from music streams whatsoever. That is a common fact. If anything, they benefit from their music being in popular streamers' streams because it exposes their music to a large audience. So I am very confused why other creators love to bootlick DMCA claim. I don't understand who in the right mind would do that, but then again, it is the grifter himself, Onision. As I said earlier, Onision can only be relevant if he's being controversial. Now, I don't believe that means we should stop speaking about him, because at the end of the day, this video has 80,000 views. That is 80,000 people who could have had their brains plagued by Onision. 80,000 people is like the capacity for some of the biggest stadiums in the world. So I am going to continue speaking about this guy because I believe he's a dangerous bellend, but also it's pretty funny.
Apparently you can copyright your literal personality. So if someone out there is, I guess, acting like Onision, I guess Onision can just go, ah, you're acting like me. That's my persona. If you're replacing me, I can't profit off it, and therefore that's my copy.
If somebody copies the persona of Onision, they're not getting sued. No. They're going to jail because I've seen his Lonely Mans, and I do believe that that should be considered a high-class felony.
Of dollars is mad because in many cases struggling artists want to be able to license the property that they create and profit from it, but because he just sits there and plays video games all day, suddenly, oh, it's not fair anymore. I want to be able to play video games and steal your music and redistribute it for free. I want to literally pirate your music.
So Cr1tikal, Tommy in it, Dream SMP, all your favorite streamers and YouTubers out there, they are all now criminals. They are thieves. And Onision, I guess, is the Dark Knight. He is Batman himself. I don't know what he's trying to do here. Who he's trying to convince that he's this higher, upper being. His points are so contradictory. He wants to bumlick the music industry, but then he criticizes YouTube for simply implementing the harassment rules against here. You see what I'm getting at here, buddy? You're a moron who just makes contradictory points in every video on any topic. But then amazingly, as I said earlier, he goes on to call Cr1tikal a bully because YouTube aren't taking down his content.
I just love that like bullying and hate videos are acceptable. That's one of the greatest ironies on YouTube. And the YouTube CEO literally talked to this guy knowing he goes around bullying smaller channels all the time. And they're like, yeah, you're good people. Let's talk to you.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You're mad at YouTube because they asked you to take down your actual harassment-based content, but now you're mad at YouTube because they aren't taking down content which is simply criticizing others. Because there is a distinct difference between when Onision has spoken about things in the past. He's admitted to shaming people in the past.
I'm sorry that I publicly humiliated you.
And that isn't the same as making a commentary video. If you believe Cr1tikal is a bully, I highly suggest you go outside and touch grass.
I am a grown man. I'm 34, and I am on my knees asking you, man to man, to give me my Patreon back.
I mean, I know all these videos are fake, but it is slightly hilarious that a 34-year-old man had to resort to making content like that to stay relevant. I mean, imagine his kids seeing that when they're grown up. I mean, that's just depressing. But in conclusion, this is probably the worst exposed video I have ever seen. Possibly the worst exposed video from a major creator. Onision, all I can say is please seek help and leave Cr1tikal alone. That is the ending of the video. If you want to drop a like on this video, that would be absolutely stunning. It would be amazing. I'm not exaggerating this whatsoever. Let's get this video to 30,000 likes. I want to get more likes on here. I want you guys to subscribe right now to get me to 700k. And also, I want to start a discussion. The comments really help me out in the algorithm, so if you want to drop a comment, that would be magical. Let's try and get 35,000 comments. No, I mean 3,500, not 35,000. But if you want to do 35,000, you're more than welcome. My social medias are in the description. inabber69 on Twitter and inabber on Instagram. That is the ending of the video. I will probably see you on Friday. Peace out, people. Take it easy and stay away from Onision.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!